Hello, welcome to Family Movie Night, where we'll be talking about what we watch for Family Movie Night. I'm Mike, and today we are talking about The Corpse Bride. The Corpse Bride is a movie from 2005. It is a Tim Burton movie, but it is also co-directed by Mike Johnson. The premise is when a shy groom practices his wedding vows in the inadvertent presence of a deceased young woman, she rises from the grave assuming he has married her. This stars Johnny Depp because of course Johnny Depp needs to be in a Tim Burton movie along with Helena Bonham Carter, also same thing. Emily Watson, Tracy Ullman, Albert Finney, Christopher Lee, and Richard E. Grant as well. So I took Gwen to go see this at the movie theaters for a 20th anniversary screening. And this is the first time that I have ever seen this movie. And I figured let's talk about it because it's Halloween, or it's at least October. So it's Halloween adjacent. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle. Gwen gave it a thumbs up. I'm giving it a thumbs middle. And ultimately, the things that I liked about The Corpse Bride, I love the aesthetic of this because it feels like a Tim Burton movie for sure. I love the claymation and like animation style, and I really enjoyed. I think the character of Emily, who's the Corpse Bride, I thought she was a fascinating character. Most of the other characters I kind of found insufferable in this. And I think first and foremost, I think the character that, kind of enrages me the most is Victor, who is the main character, who's Johnny Depp. I just I could not stand him as a character, and it was just incredibly frustrating. So more on that later. So I guess one of the other things I like the music. It's Danny Elfman, so it's pretty easy to, pinpoint, that the music is definitely something that you enjoy for something like this. And then, just the overall aesthetic of it with the animation, it's set in like 18th century England, so it looks really cool in that respect as well. So I did enjoy that. With that being said, I've got a bunch of issues with this movie. This story doesn't make a lick of sense. And if this is supposed to be an allegory for Death Do Us Part, just, what it means to get cold feet, I know for me, there's a small part of me that thought that Victor did die in the, what is it, in the woods after or during his proposal because it was really cold and he was out there for a long time. So I did have that theory at first, and then that was quickly debunked. I did the whole thing with like the land of the dead, or just the world of the dead confused me a little bit because I didn't understand how Victor could go up and down between the two worlds. But again, this makes my theory that he also is dead kind of a little bit more viable. The whole thing with the just like the arranged marriage piece, I get it was part of the time, so that's kind of understandable, but the confusion with it about who's marrying who for money, like that was a little unclear at first, but I think it finally kind of straightened itself out after a little while. And the music in this is fine. Like what I mean by music is that this is a musical, but it's like kind of a musical because it's only got like three songs in it. So overall, the score is really great, but the musical numbers just feel a little out of place. And I think if Tim Burton had kind of like picked a lane and said, "Hey, we're not going to have any songs, or we're going to have more songs and chalk this up and make it a little bit more of a musical," then I think it would have been a little bit better. But that's not what they chose, so it's fine for that. Favorite moments. I did like the scenes where Victor and Emily are playing the piano together. I thought that that was really cool. The parts with Emily, kind of, coming to terms with the fact that she even though she doesn't have she's not alive, she doesn't have a pulse, doesn't change the fact that she feels pain and she still can get a broken heart because of everything that happened. Yeah, like and that she is also a character who she's dead for nefarious reasons. It's not like she died of natural circumstances. She was killed by her husband when like right after they got married. So that was sad as well. Those were just some of my favorite parts of this. And then finally, what did I learn from this is that, like at the very end when they say like till death do us part when it comes to marriage, like I'm married, so and that like everything that happened with Emily, it's incredibly sad when something like that happens. And how, she is this corpse bride because her story is unfinished, and it is something that she needed Victor in order for her to be, to rest easy. There's a small part of me that thinks that Victor should have drank the wine and that they should have been together, because I feel like they were a better match at times than, Victor and Victoria, which I cannot believe that we have Victor and Victoria as character names for the two main characters. But whatever, it's fine. So overall, I thought that this was a movie that was filled with some interesting moments, some, just some kind of like blah moments. Overall, it's fine. I enjoyed it. I'm I'm a little bummed that like we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of kind of like a mid movie, but hey, it's all good. It is what it is. And I got to spend some time with my daughter, so whatever, it's fine. So, what did you think of The Corpse Bride? Did you like it? Is it, where would you rank this in the Tim Burton echelon of movies? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this episode of Family Movie Night. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Shout out to High Flyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you've got any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. Follow our list labeled Family Movie Night and follow me on Letterboxd at mlhilty2452. Check out the other shows on our network. We've got a lot of great content, so please check out the other shows on our network. And if you've got a podcast idea and you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.